Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to Big Shot Gems, where I show you how to maintain credit, how to build credit, and inform you on all the fundamentals of credit that you may not know. Okay, so today what we're gonna talk about is 5 ways to improve your score quickly. Okay, and when I say quickly, I don't mean in 1 to 5 days, which you could, you know, when it comes to inquiries and stuff like that. But quickly, I mean, it's like in 30 days. These are methods that can help you see a difference in your credit score in 30 days. And 30 days is quick in the credit repair game. All right, so number 1, don't pay collections, dispute them. And I cannot emphasize this enough. A lot of people who don't know the laws of consumer law and don't know their rights as consumers, they have a misconception thinking that they have to pay collections in order to get them removed from their credit report. And here's the thing, even when you pay collections, it doesn't necessarily mean that your score is going to have a credit boost. It doesn't mean that it's going to be removed from your credit report. Because what you may see is after you pay a collection, next time you look at your credit report, it's going to say paid collection, which doesn't do much to raise your score. And in the end, when lenders are looking at your credit report, your credit mix, they're gonna see that you had a collection on there at one point. Even though you paid it off, it's gonna depend when you paid it off and all that good stuff, well, all that bad stuff. So you don't want them to see that at all on your history, on your credit report. So that's why I say dispute them. And the thing when it comes to disputing collections is they have to prove that this account belongs to you. What do you usually get in the mail when they're trying to collect monies from you? They send you a bill. That's all. They don't send you any contracts. They don't send you any proof stating that this account belongs to you. And that proof is called account level. Sorry about my marker. It's going out. Account level documentation. Nine times out of 10, collection companies do not have account level documentation when it comes to them collecting on accounts from you, okay? So like I said, they just purchase the account, the bill, but they don't have any proof that it belongs to you. So don't let them call you and spook you and make you believe that you have to pay them in order for this to be removed from your credit report. At the end of the day, you don't have any contractual obligation to this collection company. You didn't do any business with them. It's like me borrowing money from a neighbor, right? And then that neighbor cousin comes to my house and say, hey, you owe me $10. And I'm like, first of all, who are you? How did you find my address? And second, I never did any business with you for you to come and say that I owe you any money. So there are different ways that you can dispute against collection companies and get these accounts removed from your credit report without you having to give them one single dime. So do not give in. Do not let them use scare tactics or bully you into paying your hard-earned money to a company that you never did business with in the first place. Okay? So number 2, pay down your cards. Okay? So this is something that will help your score go up in the matter of 30 days. Okay? That's the cool thing about utilization. Even though it is 30% of your credit score, if you do pay your amounts owed down, you will see change dramatically within 30 days usually. So this is a quick way to make your credit score go up. And a lot of people don't know this. I deal with a lot of clients who they'll hit me up and say, hey, I need help with my credit. I look on their consumer report, I don't see any negatives, I don't see any late payments, but then I will see that their utilization is pretty high, and then they have no idea that, hey, I could have paid down my amounts owed and saw my score go up 100, 150 points, okay? I've seen it plenty times over. Number 3, become an authorized user. This is another quick way to raise your score in 30 days, okay? For example, if you know somebody who has good credit history, high limits, good financial habits when it comes to paying on time and things like that, you can become an authorized user on one or more of their accounts, and that history, everything about that account will reflect and duplicate onto your consumer report, shooting your score up. And like I said, that could happen in a matter of 30 days. Okay, so always look into becoming an authorized user. Make sure the person that you're becoming an authorized user with is a financially responsible person, because it can also backfire if they have high utilization. If they're not paying on time, it can reflect negatively on your consumer report. Number 4, pay balances before the statement date. I always tell people to pay before the statement date, because when you pay on time, it still reports to the credit bureaus, and it could report negatively if you have a high balance. So I always suggest that people pay off their balances completely before the statement date. That shows the financial institutions that you are highly responsible when it comes to paying your bills on time. And another thing is, don't get into the habit of just paying minimum payments, because what that does is that incurs a lot of interest on your end, and it shows them like, hey, this person's maybe financially in trouble. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll decrease your limits, things that you don't want to happen. So pay your balances before the statement date. Number 5, check and stay updated with your report, period. I'm gonna put period. Period. Oh shit, I can't. But anyways, make sure you check and stay updated. Number 1 thing that I go through with a lot of clients is they don't even check their credit report. They let fear overtake them. Don't be fearful of your credit report. In order to make it right, you need to know what is on there. So don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed. You have no idea how many Americans may be going through the same thing as you. And from my point of view, from what I see, it's a lot. So don't be embarrassed to check your own credit report. Check for inaccuracies, because just based on inaccuracies alone, if you dispute, you can get that, all your negatives off just like that. So really stay updated. Check on your credit report weekly, monthly. Make sure no fraud is going on. Make sure that things that are not true are not being reported to your consumer report, because this is your adult report card. Everything on there must be 100% accurate. Why? Because this is affecting your livelihood. It's affecting your financial situation. This is affecting everything that has to do with you elevating financially as an adult. So make sure you stay on top of it. Make sure you check it. Don't be afraid. If anything, just go ham and dispute and make sure everything on your credit report is what is supposed to be there. But recap, 5 ways to improve your credit score quickly. Don't pay collections. That's my number 1. Don't pay them. You don't owe them no money. Like Denzel said, it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. And they gotta prove that that account belongs to you. Pay down your cards, pay down your utilization. Make sure you don't keep high balances. Become an authorized user. If you got good people in your life who want to add you on as an authorized user to their accounts, go ahead and do that. And also to those of you who have good accounts and have people who want to be authorized users on your accounts and you're not sure because you're like, oh, I don't want them to spend any of my credit, you can add them on as an authorized user without giving them actual access to your credit card. Okay, so you can still do good in the world without having to worry about them using you in the wrong way. Okay, number 4, pay balances before statement date. I repeat, make sure that you don't get into the habit of just paying minimum payments, because what will happen is you will probably take 100 years to pay off a simple credit card and you'll get interest every time you do that minimum payment. Check and stay updated with your report. Do not be afraid to check your credit report. Do not be embarrassed to get help, because at the end of the day, we all in this together. More people than you know are going through the same issues as you are when it comes to credit, because a majority of people don't know their rights, they don't know the laws, they don't know FCRA, Truth in Lending, Fair Debt Credit Reporting Act. They don't know a lot of these things. So don't feel like you're in this by yourself. Just be proactive. check your stuff and learn more about credit, okay? So if you need any more information, you can visit my website at www.bigshotcreditrepair.com. If you want to reach out to us, you can reach out to us at info@bigshotcreditrepair.com. We have a free ebook that we give to all our clients. If you want to learn about how to maintain, fix, remove negative items, reach out to us and we will send you a free ebook. If you need our services, reach out to us. But we are here to teach. We want people to learn and become more financially enlightened when it comes to credit. But on that note, I hope you guys learned something today and you guys have a blessed day. I'll see you guys next time.